We'll have a very active afternoon, but it could have been much worse
Yeah,
based on what we were seeing earlier in the radar.
All things considered,
right.
we did pretty well, considering also the drought we've been in. So the rainfall that we got was widespread, too, across much of the state. So good news on that front. And we had a little bit of damage. We saw that with a manufactured home and also a couple of trees down in Bradenton as a result of the strong winds that moved through this afternoon. And a tree down near Proctor, too, had some photos sent in. Had another nice sunset tonight. The sky actually glowed pink at times, and a lot of photos sent in to pics@mysuncoast.com. This was at the Meadows. This one at the Ringling Bridge from our director, Dave Levy. Nice one, Dave. This is really the Tony Saprito Pier right there by the Ringling Bridge. And this one from Lido. Cheryl Warfield getting this one from Lido. Another gorgeous sunset there. Those clouds look pink at times. And the result of some clouds and storms around from a cold front, an unusual cold front to have it come down this far south during the end of May, really, for the most part. You can see the front is still right here. This is a very low pressure, strong low pressure system, and it continues to push off to the southeast. Now, the front behind it will eventually actually cool us down even more so on into, looks like late tomorrow afternoon. So high temperatures will not warm up much at all, as we'll get a couple of reinforcing shots of cooler air moving in a thin line of clouds and showers right now over I-75 south of Gainesville near Ocala, and a few showers out there in the Gulf of Mexico. We're not expecting a lot of accumulation with this front as it moves on through. Some models are hinting, though, that it may be a little stronger than it's acting right now as it moves through north central Florida. As I mentioned, rainfall amounts, not all that impressive. Some areas getting an inch, inch and a half, but generally everyone got some rainfall across Sarasota, Manatee, Hardy, DeSoto, and Highlands County. Currently, we have some clouds around 79 degrees, a dew point 73. Temperature's going to stay right around 79 as a result of that west to southwest wind, and it's moving at 14 miles an hour at the airport. Pressure's coming up slightly now, and the high today was still warm despite the clouds. 86, 87 is our normal, and 72 is the low this morning. Well, we had nearly a half inch of rainfall at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, and for the month now, an unbelievable 5.04 inches, well above the average for the month, still about 5 inches below average for the year. Those winds tomorrow will still be a bit brisk out of the west and northwest. That will usher in some slightly cooler and some slightly drier air. And then the winds will start to abate tomorrow evening, and looks like anywhere from 5 to 10 out of the north, and then really lessening on Friday. So things are looking really good for the holiday weekend. As we approach that, high pressure will build in. Things looking pretty good. Tomorrow's forecast highs, look at that, staying pretty much right there at 80 degrees all the way through the day. It will be nice. You might want to bank on this one just to think about it as we approach the summer months. This is going to be probably the coolest day we will see over the next several months in terms of high temperatures. Future winds, as I mentioned, will not be all that strong along the coastline. In fact, a lot less than it was today. We had 20 to 25 mile an hour winds, gusts as high as 30 at times. Look at this large area of low pressure, which continues to spin over Tennessee and Kentucky right now. That's bringing that cooler air wrapping around that low pressure system right on into the sun coast, and skies are starting to clear. No really any severe weather watches around here at this time. Well, the forecast calls for a few brief showers overnight, and then we'll see clearing skies as high pressure builds in, and things look to be pretty good throughout the day on Thursday. For boaters, not the best, though. Choppy conditions out there. Seas running 4 to 6 feet. We'll start off windy and end a little bit on a less windy note at 10 to 15 knots. The low tide coming up at 6:35, and a high tide will be at 12:03 tomorrow afternoon. Forecast mostly cloudy. A few scattered storms are still possible, as I mentioned, around 3, 4 o'clock. And then tomorrow, a slight chance for morning showers scattered about, but really it should be a nice day with high temperature near 80 degrees, sunny by the afternoon. The extended forecast is calling for gorgeous weather through Friday with a high of 85, and then we warm up for the weekend, but no real mention of any significant rain until Wednesday of next week.